Thank you for staying with us on the Joy News channel. I'm Gary L. Smith with the sport. Now, the National Sports Authority has started works at the Cape Coast Stadium ahead of the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifier playoff game between Ghana and Nigeria later this month. More in this Joy Sports report.
The Cape Coast Sports Stadium was the venue for Ghana's 65th Independence Day celebration on Sunday, March 6. The football pitch was mainly used for long hours by the students, institutional workers, and other officials from other countries who graced the occasion. The Cape Coast Sports Stadium is also expected to host the first leg fixture between the Black Stars and the Super Eagles on March 25. The National Sports Authority have provided an update on the state of the pitch as they expect to get it ready in time before the day of the game. Ghana and Nigeria are chasing the spot to represent Africa in the World Cup, which will be played later this year in Qatar.
So the Black Stars technical team ahead of this game is expected to release the squad for that clash, and that release is due in a day or two. Recent Ghana squads have been dominated by foreign-based players in a stark contrast to the collapse of the 90s. Now the team had 5 home-based players at the AFCON in Cameroon, but member of Parliament for Tano North and the LOC chairperson for the 2018 Women's AFCON, Freda Prempeh, wants more locally based players in the impending collapse.
We are investing in football, but the outcome hasn't been good so far. The local players in this country are also yearning to also be called. They are yearning to go professional. So why don't you also use most of our local players who are equally good, so that they will play their hearts out? Than always inviting the professionals who will always want to take care of themselves so that they don't hurt themselves. We should have a blend of the two. I want to appeal to the FA, to the Ministry of Youth and Sports, to also consider the call to include skillful local players and train them in the team. I believe that when we call on them, they will play their hearts out for this country.
So there have been calls for the inclusion of Sule Muntari in that squad that will play against Nigeria. And today, Muntari scored his first goal for Ghana Premier League giant Hearts of Oak. And the 37-year-old afterwards, and obviously he's made 84 appearances and scored 20 times for the Black Stars. He spoke afterwards. He says he's unsure about a return to the national side.
We have few players that want to join the league. So yes, I speak with few of them. I think me coming in, this is not the first time. Bralaye came in, Atram came in, and certain big names came in. But I'm really glad that I'm putting impact on this league, because these kids deserve it a lot. Of course, they are our future. These kids are our future, and we need to give them the right platform and the right training for them, so that we can have a long, beautiful Black Stars.
Finally, will we see Sule Muntari joining the Black Stars shirt again?
I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see.
Well, time will tell. But today, Sule marked his time by winning the winning goal for Hearts as they secured a hard-fought 2-1 win over struggling Wafa at the Accra Sports Stadium in the Ghana Premier League.
The field, 27 minutes of the game, and now it's an opportunity for the West Africa Football Academy lads as they come forward. Nearly resulted in a goal. Sule Muntari gets in the pass. Shot is fired on target. Good save from Asekwejo. He comes in again, narrows the angle, and Wafa clear to safety. Mali Mgede brings the half to an end. Well, the second half is underway. Accra Hearts of Oak are now playing from left to right. First pass by Salim. It's a threatening one. The free sets up the pass through the middle. Accra Hearts of Oak still battling with it, and eventually it's Kwadwo Obing Jr., who probably has set the tone for a sweet victory.
Held on to the ball very well and delivered a powerful shot to beat Asekwejo, but the pass from Salim Adam to locate a free banner with that cutback, excellently done. But just look at Kwadwo Obing Jr. keeping his calmness and his composure here. very intelligent and delivered a very wonderful shot.
Lovely, classic, out of nothing. My oh my, a classic goal out of nothing. Richard Atta.
Look at that goal, absolutely magnificent.
Game continues in earnest. Yes, Mo Alassan's pass. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, and a complete miscue by Patrick Razak. Bosu is still challenging. He brings Patrick Razak down. It's Sule for Accra Hearts of Oak. In he comes. 1, 2, 3. Oh! He didn't try to go for placing. Just went straight. Goalkeeper nearly caught that.
He didn't need to do a lot, but yeah, some power behind the ball, and Osekojo moving to his left.
Can Sheikh get to the ball? Yes, Sheikh does. It's the opportunity. Shot is fired on target. Floated in nicely, but headed away by Wafa. Referee believes that we've had it. 94 minutes.
2-1 it ended. What does it mean in terms of the table? Let's check the Ghana Premier League standings now. Heart of Oak, of course, winning by 2-1 means that they go 6th on the table. And Asante Kotoko still quite a distance away from everybody else, 41 points. Aduana Stars in 2nd, 33. Olympics 3rd, 32. 4th, Bechem 31. 5th, Miriama 29, and so on. Dreams 10th, all the way to Elmina Sharks in 18th. BBN Gold Stars 11, Legon Cities 12, Ash Gold 13, Accra Lion 14, 15th is LTU, 11 Wonders, Wafa, and Elmina Sharks. Let's do some boxing. 11 years after losing a unanimous decision to Abner Mares in an IBF championship fight, Joseph Agbeko has blamed that defeat on his then promoter, the legendary Don King. Agbeko says Don King sold the fight. Now, the former IBF bantamweight champion explained that Don King refused to co-promote his rematch with Mares despite being the agreements for the bout. Now, Agbeko, who had lost a controversial majority decision, if you recall, to Mares in their maiden fight in August 2011, failed to recapture his title in a rematch 4 months later. And narrating events which led to his second defeat to Abner, Agbeko recalled that he lost before entering the ring due to his opponent's Golden Boy Promotions hijacking the bout.
I would say our second fight, I don't know whatever went into it, but I can confidently say that the fight was sold.
It was sold by who?
Maybe the promoter, Don King, maybe, I don't know, because Don King was my promoter then. The first fight was Don King and Golden Boy Promotion.
Okay.
But the second fight was only Golden Boy Promotion. There was no Don King Promotion. I
remember very well. I actually even had an interview with Oscar de la Hoya there.
Yeah, it was only Golden Boy Promotion. So it's like they've given all the rights to Golden Boy.
Did anything happen during that period? You know, the fight week, the last fight week. I got in there about 4 or 5 days to the fight. Did anything happen that you thought smacked of some cheating or anything because of which you're alleging that you think the fight was sold?
You think when we fight as fighters, when we lose, people insult us. When we win, they praise us, but they don't know the things that goes on underground before a fight. You know, that fight, I actually fought Don King, my promoter. I actually fought him and then fought Abner Mares because it's a fight that I don't think I had up to 30% of preparation.
Why then did you take it if you had only 30% preparation?
Because my promoter made sure he put me into the fight.
But you also have power. I mean, you are the boxer. You can also refuse.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
Don King promised he's going to get me the rematch. And then he didn't give me the rematch. And IBF gave it automatically. So he hasn't done anything. IBF gave it automatically. Now I got the rematch. There were some few things that I needed to sort out with Duncan. And
did it have to do with money?
Yes, it has to do with money. And as much as we love the sports, as much as we do it with passion and everything, you are fighting for some level of fight, and there are some benefits that you deserve to earn. And sometimes, you know, boxing is a mafia, it's a big mafia distance. So Duncan frustrated me throughout all my training camp. He frustrated. There were people even around me who are from Duncan, Duncan's camp, which I don't even know they are from Duncan camp. You know, and they all act like they are with me. 1 minute I am into the fight, the next minute I am not. The next minute I like close my campaign and have to go home. So it has been, oh, today the fight is on, tomorrow the fight is not on. Today the fight is on, tomorrow the fight is not on. So it got to a time we have to do a short time. We have some international media, this thing that we do, media on a phone call for the whole, like, international media. And I didn't participate in that program because I needed to sort out things with Kane. So I don't want to get myself into it, to commit myself. So Kane himself he took my position and got himself into this thing. And then he told Showtime, I don't want to fight. He told Showtime, the reason I don't want to fight, Showtime doesn't care about that. So he told Showtime, I don't want to fight. If Duncan tells Showtime, I don't want to fight, and I still don't take the fight, that means Showtime is going to drop me. And Showtime is the one that brings the money for the fight. So if Showtime puts me on a blacklist, that means I'm gone. Do you get me? So because of all those things, I had no option than to fight when I know I am not fully prepared. I have to take the fight for the fans. I have to take the fight to protect the future. So I went into the fight. I gave it my best, and at the end of the day, it went to, even in the ring, the first referee was bad, but the second referee they brought was worse.
Controversy. Anyway, we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we do stories on how Ghana skier Kwame Nkrumah, a champion, juggled between sports and education, and also UEFA Champions League action. PSG, are they winning or are they losing against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu? All this after the break. 12 years ago, you might or may recall the headlines about how a Ghanaian was breaking records and breaking the glass ceiling, literally, by being part of the Winter Olympics. Everybody was asking. I remember when the BBC and other international media were calling him the Snow Leopard, and they said he was Kwame Nkrumah Achimpong. I'm like, who? What? Anyway, he's in the studio here. Kwame, how are you doing?
Not too bad.
Yeah. So before the first Snow Leopard who came in about 2014, and then there was the recent one who took part in the Winter Olympics. There was you, who blazed the trail as well. These days, what are you up to?
These days, doing business. I'm opening my first restaurant end of this month in Feno. So mostly doing business in Ghana, traveling back and forth to UK.
Interesting. The irony of somebody who was involved in ice skiing calling his restaurant Inferno. Fire and ice.
Yes.
Anyway, so now he wants to give back to the system. You know, he's involved in sports and education, and he's here as a former Winter Olympian. There he is. Stock footage. You might remember this from way back.
Yeah, this was I was training in Italy, Passo Tonale, and just one morning I went out to the coach just to have some fun.
I see. Are you bringing any of this to Ghana though?
Well, we still have in the pipeline to develop our ski slope, and one of the reasons I've been doing business is to raise funds to manage to do that. Yeah.
Beautiful. So you are doing sports and education, and we understand you have a project that you are undertaking.
Yes, I've been working for a few businesses, and I decided to develop my own business at the moment. So the restaurant is a place you can come and eat, but it's a place you can also come and buy the furniture, anything you see in there is for sale. And then we want to also train young cooks and waitresses and managers.
Okay. So what about the skiing? What are you bringing back into the country?
Well, we still have the plan to build what we call a dry ski slope. It costs a lot of money, and in my experience, if you don't start something, you don't get people to follow on. So you got to initiate something, then people say, oh, this could be a success, then they jump on board.
So the dry ski slope, give us a ballpark
figure.
Yeah?
Oh, I don't want to scare you.
No, why not? I mean,
well, you are looking at nothing less than maybe £300,000 to get a...
So, but what will be the motivation? Because first of all, it doesn't snow in Ghana.
Well, I love winter sports.
Yeah.
And I do believe that if I took some people out to Italy or Germany, wherever, on top of a ski mountain, they might become as excited as
you were.
Yes.
I see. Anyway, so that's just to end the sport. Any final words, though?
I think sports is fantastic and everybody should engage in it.
Right. So we'll be looking and holding you up to that ski. I mean, I'm going to contribute like
10,000 euros.
That's it for the sport. Kwame Nkrumah Champong. Thank you very much for your time and coming on. And on that very cold note, just want to tell you that it's getting hot at the Bernabeu. PSG are in the lead, 1-0 on aggregate 1-0 in this tie against Real Madrid, which means that it's 2-0 on aggregate, and it's looking likely that PSG will best Real Madrid to the next round of the Champions League. Gary Al Smith here, and you can get more stories on myjoyonline.com, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. These are accounts. The hashtag JoySportsGH. Let's do this again tomorrow, shall we? Good night.